Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Before I begin, does everyone have a program? If not, please raise your hand and someone from the back will give one to you. Okay. Everything is in this program for today's service. So, okay. Great. Welcome to our Obon Hatsubon service. I'm happy to see all of you here today, and many of you were actually here last night, so thank you again for coming. We are so fortunate to have Reverend Elaine Donlin from the Buddhist Church of San Francisco officiating the service, and Sensei was actually here last night as well. Always nice to see you, Sensei. We will continue the service with a meditation reading. Please place your hands together in Gasho. Sensei will strike the bell to begin. Passages on the Land of Happiness states, I have collected true words to aid others in their practice for attaining birth in order that the process be made continuous, without end and without interruption, by which those who have been born first guide those who come later. and those who are born later join those who were born before. This is so that the boundless ocean of birth and death be exhausted. Namo Amida
Namo
Namo
Amida
Please stand for our opening Gatha, Season of Home. Dr. Kent will make an explanation.
So this Gatha is in your program. The first word of the Gatha is summer. We're not singing the August first word. And on the top of the second page where it says Taiko, we're skipping that completely. So we're going from the bottom of the first page to what's labeled as C on the second page.
Hatsubon families are those families who have experienced the loss of a loved one since the last Obon of a year ago. Hatsubon literally means first Obon. It is a time of special mindfulness. For other families, the Hatsubon service is an opportunity to remember those who have died, to recall the importance of the continued influence that they have upon us. At this time, our Hatsubon service will honor 8 families. I will read the name of the honoree, and a family member or friend will bring a lighted candle of the interest of the Hondo to the altar. The candle will then be handed to Reverend Donlin to be placed on the altar. To begin, in honor of Reverend Carol Hamaka, in memory of Susan Bueda. In memory of Masao Otani. In memory of Lee Caldwell. In memory of Ben Octagawa. In memory of Hore Okazaki. In memory of Elaine Furuta. In memory of Marian Ishizu. Thank you. We will now have Oshoku representatives from the temple. Representing the Buddhist Women's Association, Ms. Claire Shimizu. Representing Enmanji Temple, Ms. Diane Ono. At this time, Reverend Donlin will lead us in Sambujo. Then there will be a dedication. Today's sutra will be Junirai.
This afternoon here at Enmanji Buddhist Temple, we gather to honor the lives and memories of loved ones who have passed. This annual Obon service, known as Kangiye, or the Gathering of Joy, is a time to express profound gratitude to our ancestors, family, and friends who have gone before us. And today, we hold a special place in our hearts for our Hatsubon honorees. We take this time to remember, to reflect, and to reconnect with our loved ones with profound appreciation and joy. We offer deep gratitude as we reflect on how our lives have been touched and enriched by their presence in our life, while acknowledging the enduring bonds of love that eternally continue on. In celebrating the infinite causes and conditions that sustain our lives, may we come to realize the truth of impermanence and deeply entrust ourselves to the compassionate vow of Amida Buddha and live with the Butsu in our hearts. In trusting in the dynamic activity of all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion, we call the name Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namanda. 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 June Nirai.
Muryosho Majosa
Shorai Shokushi Kengen Jinsu Shiyanga Sengo Songen Jokugyo Koga Chorai Midaso Amida Buddha, unconditionally sustaining all beings, therein realizing the realm of enlightenment. Namo Amida Butsu. 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 Namo Amida Butsu.
We will now hear a Dharma message from Reverend Donlin.
Please join me in Gassho. Awaken to the life-nurturing primal vow of Amida. Those who only entrust in this universal activity of love and compassion, to the benefit of being embraced and never forsaken, all attain enlightenment. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. 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 Well, good afternoon, konnichiwa. It's a joy to be back here at Enmanji's Obon service and Hatsubon service. I'd like to thank Reverend Kent and, of course, Reverend Fujimoto for the kind invitation to be here this afternoon for this very important memorial service that happens annually across all of our Shin temples. First, I want to congratulate you on a very successful chicken teriyaki fundraiser last Sunday. I was conducting service last week at San Mateo Buddhist Temple that day, and several temple members from San Mateo had emailed me to say, "Oh, sorry, Sensei, I can't be at service. I'm going to be up at Enmanji enjoying their chicken fundraiser." So I'm like, all right, it's understandable. If I could, I would be up there too. But my mom and her neighbors were able to come and enjoyed it, and I just heard the food was, as always, amazing. So congratulations and gratitude to all the folks who put in lots of hard work to pull that off. And last night, as it was mentioned, Enmanji held their evening Obon. And I was so grateful to be here to attend the beautiful evening Bonodori, dancing with live music and live taiko drumming. I am from San Francisco, and so our Obonodori is always in the afternoon, and even then we have like shearing winds blowing us down. So I couldn't imagine having an evening Obonodori, and it was just so gorgeous with the lanterns lit, and I just love seeing the kids with their grandparents out there dancing. It was just so beautiful. So it was truly a treat to be here for Enmanji's Obonodori, and congratulations for all the folks that it took to pull that off as well. So today we are observing Obon, and in our Shin tradition, Obon is called Kangi-e, or the gathering of joy. And although Obon is a memorial service, we are remembering and celebrating our loved ones who have crossed over to the other shore of perfect peace. It's an occasion to remember our indebtedness to all who have gone before us, to appreciate and thank them, and to reaffirm the sanctity of all living beings. Hatsubon, as Lauren mentioned, or the first Obon, specifically honors those who have passed since our last Obon service in 2025. And given that it has been less than a year since the passing, this may still be an especially tender time for many families and friends. I am always grateful for our memorial services, including Shotsuki Hoyo, and Obon, and Hatsubon, because I think that physical death often has a way of recentering us. I am honestly intrigued with this idea of recentering. Even Siddhartha Gautama's awakening has been described as a recentering, involving a radical shift in perspective on how he saw himself and his relation to the world in which he lived. And recentering actually occurs all the time in our life if we have the awareness to recognize it. I have an adorable grandniece named Eloise, and I've been spending time with her and babysitting her since her birth 10 years ago. And I'm so grateful for our sweet relationship. And last year when she was 9, we were playing with her cool collection of fairies and dragons. And she stated, "Humans are just giant fairies without wings." And I just loved how she decentered the human experience in exchange for the fairy perspective, which I found delightful. Humans are just giant fairies without wings. What an interesting shift in perspective from how we normally see ourselves, right? Smack centered in the middle of everything, and everything revolves around us. In Buddhism, recentering can help to dismantle self-centeredness, to awaken us to our heart and mind. Instead of using practice just to relax or to validate the ego, Buddhism as recentering is recentering from an egocentric, self-cherishing perspective to one outside ourselves, of the other. This is sometimes discussed as the teaching of no self, which does not mean that the self doesn't exist, but rather that we appreciate that reality is fluid and always changing. We understand that nothing is permanent and nothing arises independently. A wonderful Dharma teacher, Hilda Rumon Gutierrez, she explains, quote, "What causes us indomitable suffering are our habituations that continue to oppress us. It is the nature of oppression to obscure the limitless, the vastness of who we are. The true meaning of no self isn't that the individual ceases to exist or to matter. It is the absence of our habitual ways of thinking about ourselves, making way for a much larger reality to become visible. We see that the self, made up of experiences, thoughts, feelings, and sensations, is just that, an ever-changing creation of inner and outer conditions," end quote. Recentering occurs with the unfolding of real appreciation for the fundamental truths of our profound interdependence and precious impermanence. Our tradition's founder, Shinran Shonin, also experienced recentering, actually many, many times throughout his life. But I'm especially moved by the recentering that was brought about through his exile. Shinran was exiled in 1207 because the powerful established Buddhist temples of Kyoto pressured the imperial government to ban the Nembutsu, which was gaining a lot of popularity among the lower and working classes. This ban led to the execution of several Nembutsu followers, while Honen, Shinran's teacher, and Shinran were both exiled to different remote provinces and stripped of their priesthood. So this banishment from Kyoto was significant for Shinran because he was stripped of his priestly title, his priestly name, his robes, and forced to become a layperson at the age of 35. He had been a priest for 26 years prior to that, as a child, and forced to move to a harsh, unfamiliar coastal province at the time, Echigo. And so he chose the name Gutoku, the foolish, stubble-headed one, reflecting his liminal, transitional position in deep humility. Shinran's recentering as neither monk nor lay, a phrase he coined in the postscript of his magnum opus, Kyogyo Shinsho, was a reflection of his new shift in perspective. Interestingly, to me, for some time after his time in exile had ended, he continued to use that name, Gutoku, embracing the recentering of neither monk nor lay, which he continued to use for the rest of his life, neither monk nor lay. I've shared in my earlier talks that I work as a night minister with the San Francisco Night Ministry. For those who don't know, Night Ministry, San Francisco Night Ministry has been around for 62 years. It's a multi-faith organization where we practice the ministry of presence. We go out from 6 p.m. to midnight, sometimes to 2, and we just practice street chaplaincy, basically the ministry of presence, listening and talking with folks that are usually unhoused on the streets. And recently, during a San Francisco Night Ministry staff meeting, our 8 night ministers were asked to share one word from our respective traditions that we bring into our night walks on the streets. And the word I shared was monpo, deep listening. In our Jodoshin tradition, monpo, deep hearing, is a core practice of Jodo Shinshu. And it's not merely passive listening, but an active engagement with the teaching. There are 3 core concepts of monpo. The first aspect is to listen as if I'm listening for the first time. Whether it's a Dharma talk or someone I'm speaking with and listening to on the streets, there needs to be an openness, an attentive mind. In Zen, they call this the beginner's mind. The second aspect of monpo is to listen as if it's for myself alone. So this allows for an intimacy to unfold, making the teachings personal. And as a night minister, it allows me to see myself in the other. The third aspect of Monpo is to listen as if this is the last occasion to ever hear the Dharma, or the last occasion to ever speak with this person on the street. It reminds me of that beautiful phrase, Ichigo Ichie, one time, one meeting, or a whole lifetime in a single encounter. So deep listening is not merely hearing words, but allowing the Dharma to penetrate one's heart and one's mind, fostering a life of gratitude, where the Nambutsu is spoken as a response to boundless compassion. Monpo allows us to recenter ourselves, to move from a self-centered perspective to a true and real faith, or shinji, that entrusts in the compassionate vow, bringing peace of mind and a natural expression of loving kindness and compassion to our daily life. We are constantly receiving opportunities to recenter ourselves, to see the boundless compassion and kindness that has and continues to support and sustain us in a myriad of ways. From the beginningless beginning, we are all part of a dynamic web of interdependence. And our Hatsubon service is an obvious expression of this. Each of our Hatsubon honorees that were named this morning, whose light is represented on the altar, each of these people have brought you and me together to this temple today. Each of our Hatsubon honorees have connected us together in community to hear the Dharma and to say Namo Amida Butsu together. Right now, in this present, unrepeatable moment. I had the opportunity to listen to one of Bishop Harada's weekly meditation sessions that were initially hosted by Tricycle Magazine. I listened to it last month, but I think he did it in May. And he broke down the kanji for a couple of words that I found really interesting. So the first word was mindfulness. It's two kanji, and the first kanji means now. The second kanji means heart-mind. Fully in the now. And then he introduced the word Nambutsu. The first character, Nen, is the kanji for mindfulness. This nowness of heart and mind. And the second character is the kanji for Buddha, Butsu. So mindfulness of the Buddha now, in this present moment. Namo Amida Butsu is the light of wisdom, compassion, made manifest, unveiled, exposed, evident, right now, if we choose to see it. And this light is embodied. It's expressed in our body through how we act. It's expressed in our speech by how we speak to one another, as well as in our mind with what we think. And it is this light that reveals my self-centeredness, calling me to entrust in Amida's bodhisattva vow of great compassion, rather than taking refuge in my own self-cherishing efforts or thoughts. This light allows us to live with gratitude and be awakened to Buddhahood. Each of our Hatsubon honorees today are Namo Amida Butsu. We are interdependent with Namo Amida Butsu. Namo is each and every one of us. Amida Butsu is great compassion, helping us to see and understand it. And there is a dynamic relationship between the two. We are all part of a compassionate ecosystem, a complex network of interconnectedness. And each one of us is the meeting point of causes and conditions. How remarkable is that? How unbelievably beautiful is that? Nothing arises independently, and nothing is permanent. Buddhist practice is meant to recenter how we construct our reality. And the bountifulness of love and great compassion makes possible our liberation from the iron cage of our own making. Embracing peace shine upon each of us, And may the source of peace and compassion inspire us all to make peace for ourselves, for our families, for our communities, and for all sentient beings everywhere. Please join me in Gassho as we listen once again to the words of our teacher Shinran Shonin, as he acknowledges and celebrates the precious opportunity before us as we gather today for this annual Obon and Hatsubon service. Awaken to the life-nurturing primal vow of Amida, those who only entrust in this universal activity of love and great compassion, through the benefit of being embraced and never forsaken, all attain enlightenment. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. 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 Namanda.
Thank you, Sensei, for your very thoughtful presentation. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Please stand for our closing gatha, Obon no Uta. Are there any announcements?
Good afternoon, everyone. Due to the fact we're not going to be doing anything in the hall this afternoon, I have a few veggies that I bought. So I'm in the back of the car, in the back of the lot. I'll have it open for the little farmers market, so please come and help yourselves. I've got bags and all the goodies that you need, okay? Thank you.
I don't want to slow you down from giving refreshments and veggies, but on behalf of the Enmanji Teriyaki Committee and Enmanji Temple in general, we really would like to express our appreciation and thanks for all of your efforts, donations, participation, and endless hours of well, number one, putting up with us. And we hope and we think it came out successfully. And hopefully we'll figure out a way to do it next year. But if anybody has any comments, good or bad, or any suggestions for next year, please let me know, because I'm going to compile a list of everything so everybody will be in the same position, and we can figure out something hopefully to make things better. So thank you very much. We also are going to have our wrap-up meeting, I believe, on Sunday, September 20th, starting at noontime before Ohilan service. So you're welcome to join us. So thank you very much.
On behalf of the Obon Odori instructors, I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who came out last night, and I felt the spirit of Obon was really present last night. And it wasn't as hot as usual, which I was thankful for. So yay for that, although some people were cold. So anyway, and thank you to everybody else who helped with the udon, gawayaki, setting up, all of that, putting the yagura together, all of that. So it was wonderful. Thank you all for the efforts.
And on behalf of the Board of Directors, I would like to thank everybody who participated in both the bazaar and the Obon Odori last night. All the preparation work, all the cooking, and all the cleanup part, which is a lot of work. And obviously, it would be a little less work if we had more people. So we would certainly appreciate everyone's effort to help with our membership. In addition to that, don't forget, starting in September, we are going to start the yoga sessions with Christine Matsumoto DeVoe. And this is for excuse me, this is for people of any ability. She also is able to do chair yoga with people, so you really have no need for any sort of knowledge of yoga or anything ahead of time. She will teach you everything. And it will be starting the first Sunday of every month, starting in September at 12:30. And now that we are finished with our Obon and our bazaar, be aware that the Buddhist Church of San Francisco has their bazaar next Saturday, and they have quite a bit of food and activities going on too. Their Sunday activities is when they do the Obon Odori and the Obon service. So if you haven't had enough, you can still continue on with the spirit of Obon all the way through the end of the month. Thank you.
I just want to say on behalf of the Enmanji Buddhist Women's Association, I'd like to thank everyone who participated in barbecue and the Obon. Without your help, it would not have been a success. But I have a little story too. Not a niece, but I just met this person at our teriyaki. She was 6 years old, and it was time to put away all the chairs, and she asked her mom, could she help? And the mom said, yes. I looked at this little girl and I go, the chair is bigger than she is. But I didn't want to say anything because the mother was there. And this little girl, she made me think, Claire, don't ever complain, because this little girl helped with putting away the chairs. May she carried one at a time, and it was larger than she was. I mean, she was about 3/4 of the chair size, but she managed. And then toward the end, she says to her mom, can I carry it around the table? Because the people were slow in the front of her, so she wanted to go around. So her mom said yes. She goes around the table all the way to the other end. And I thought, if this little girl could do it, we could all. And a lot of people did show up and help out, and it really helped out a lot. And thank you very much. But I also have a sad news. One of our longtime members, Etzkotao,
passed away. And to George, our deepest condolence. I'm very, very sorry. And it was her wishes that she will not have a service, but you know, she will be missed by all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. And in regards to Etsuko Thao, she helped Enmanji in many ways. She was a Toban leader, taught Japanese language classes here on the temple grounds. She wrote the Japanese page in our Sangha newsletter. She did many, those are just a few things. She's really deeply in our hearts. This concludes our service. We'd like to thank Reverend Donlin again for the Dharma message. Thank you to George Stout for sending up the Onaiji and the service with the concho. Many thanks to the July Toban for the flowers and the offerings. Thank you, Dr. Kent, for playing the organ. And thank you to Tai Long for videotaping the service. Thank you for attending, all of you for attending today, especially the Hatsubon families who were able to be with us on this special day. Everyone is welcome to keep the program as a keepsake if you wish. For those of you who have not had a chance to offer incense and would like to do so, please Oshoko before leaving the window.